What's up, everyone? We're going to talk about the greatest poker tool that you could use. Now, if you're wondering what I mean by the greatest poker tool in the locksmith world, I don't think I have one in here. This is actually an IC, but we will open this up. And when I say poker tool, that is the tool that is included with almost all commercial locks, even some residential locks. We'll move this out of the way. Look down in this box somewhere. There is a tool usually included with the screw pack. And we see this one here is this just little bent circle piece of metal. We'll actually take it out. And we can see that it is basically just a little piece of wire with a bent part. That is just to provide maybe some stability right there. And all poker tools are used to release the retainer. We have a 10B lock here. So this one is fastened on, and this is included with most locks that have this mechanism, but it's basically to push in that retainer right there. So why do you need a poker tool? Well, if you're a locksmith and you are working on locks a lot of the time, you will have to take apart those locks. And having a poker tool is very handy. Even, like I said, residential locks, like, let's take this Ace Hardware lock that I just have conveniently sitting out there. If we turn the knob, you see a hole in the outside. If you need to get the cylinder out, you would, most of the time you would need it to be in the unlocked position. Some of them, the mechanism to poke it is directly right there without having to turn it. On this particular one, most of the time they're gonna be, if you hold the lock up and down, it's either gonna be on the right or the left at 90 degrees. So at 3 o'clock or 9 o'clock position. And sometimes you can see this actual hole is not exactly at one of those 4 points, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock. So you have to, on those where you don't see it, you just basically have to turn the knob back and forth until you can see the poker tool area. Poker tool. Sorry, we are using an Ace Hardware lock, so they suck. And we see it's just exposed right there, and then we just use our poker tool to push it down. Maybe. Ah, there it goes. And then once it's pushed down, you can pull it off. And then we can see why you have to turn it, because if there was a hole right here on the side, you wouldn't have to turn it, but a lot of locks are like this where you do have to turn it. You can actually date certain locks by, if you have to turn it on, especially a Defiant brand, for a while you had to turn it just like that, and now you can just go straight on. So you may be thinking, again, you may think, what the hell is a poker tool? Well, poker tools are actually pretty important little things. And of course, you can use any, get back on there. You can use anything to get in the hole to release that retainer. A lot of times after you pick it, especially if you're on a job and you have to pick the lock, you can use, a pick. That is one reason why locksmiths break a lot of picks. This is actually a whole pile of broken tip picks that have likely been used to poke things. And one of the bad things about using picks is when you put it in there, especially say you rake it with, this guy, and then you turn it, hold it in position, and push down with the tip of your pick. And so see there how it slid off and how it's catching the tip of it. If I continue to yank, it's basically gonna take that tip right off. So that's why locksmiths break picks most of the time, is they're using it for a poker tool. Now, of course, you can use, anything. This is a dental tool. I don't recommend using this all the time, number one, because if you're walking from door to door, number one, you cannot store this anywhere on your body easily or comfortably. So while it would work, it's also what we call the stabby tool, where you stab yourself in the finger with it. Just not a good thing to use. Now, some locks come with some real beefy poker tools. So this one comes with the IC. Now they include, even though it's, you know, the same brand, the ICs include this because actually on the IC version, they include this bigger one to, use it to reach in. If we look at the directions here, somewhere in here will show, so you're using your push pin right there. And it also actually, it comes with this big, I think it comes with this big long one because they say you can, I don't know why this comes with that instead of, see, this shows this push pin here. And that's standard, kind of like the one we just had. It's very unusual to have this, but this is actually really thick metal and its own nice little stabby thing. So you don't want to use that one for sure. However, something came along many years ago and became the greatest tool ever, and that is, yes, the Kwikset Smart Tool. Ever since these showed up on the scene, it has been on my keychain, and we'll show you. I have to switch them out every so often, but take a look at it here. This one's getting on up there in age, and it's bent like heck. However, it's bent like heck because sometimes you're on a door and you have limited space, so you have to bend it to get around a corner. That happens quite a bit. And also because it has what they try to make the same as that little hoop on the other one, you know, it's kind of the same thing. And it works fine for everything. You can use it not only for smart key, which we run up on all the time now, but you can use it as an actual poker tool. Every so often we'll run up on one, so there we go. It's just attached to your keyring. It does hang off center. That is my least favorite part of it, but let me get a screenshot. Let's see. Screenshot. Okay, and yes, even though it hangs off center, ever since they came along, it has been one of my most favorite poke tools. So every so often, let's drag this back out. Every so often you will get one of say a commercial lever handle, and it actually will not fit in there. That's not really that big of a deal, but let's take a look here again and see. LSDA in particular, it just fits in that hole. However, I have seen a few of the commercial locks where it is a little bit too wide, so you can always take a little file and just kind of file the edges. If you're going to do this and then you're going to use this for actual smart key resetting, you want to make sure that tip stays in pretty good condition. So I switch them out, and if you sell Kwikset or if your customer gives you Kwikset to install, likely, you know, if you have 5 or 6 of them to do, you will have a bunch because they come with every single Kwikset lock hole. So they are pretty much expendable. There's plenty of them out there to be able to put on your keyring. I carry one on each of my keyrings and switch it out every few months, or if I bend it or break it. But it is a great poke tool. Literally, in my opinion, one of the best poke tools, easiest to carry anyway. You know, this one you say, hey, well, it's got a big old keyring on there. Well, that, you know, I've carried these on keyrings before. You carry it in your pocket, it's going to punch through your pocket, but it just doesn't work as well, in my opinion, on a keyring as this. Almost all of us have to carry one of these now, so you might as well use it for the same thing, right? So anyway, that's my opinion on the greatest poke tool ever. If you need a poke tool and you have not tried using your smart key tool for a poke tool, I feel like it's the best way to poke things. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions or comments, if you use this for your main poke tool, post it in the comments so everybody knows. If not, let us know what you use, if you like using these instead, or if you like these things where you can stab people if you have to, just let us know in the comments. But ever since Smart Key came along, that has been my preferred poke tool, and I've never done a poke tool video, so that's why I'm doing a poke tool video. Poke tool, poke tool, poke tool, poke tool, poke tool. Thanks for watching, guys. Y'all have a great one.